around. Are you driving with the windows down? Are you driving with the windows down? Yeah, me too. Yeah, well, that's very nice of you. But last time you took me there, it was just so crowded, you know. Were they playing the Jets? Well, it's going to be more crowded. All the New Yorkers down here. Is Aaron Rodgers the quarterback? Is Aaron Rodgers going to be the quarterback? Let's sell the tickets and just go out to dinner instead. Those tickets are worth a fortune, man. Hundreds, right? Yeah, sell it, man. Let's go get some stone crabs. Fuck football. Stone crabs, Joe's. Let's go to Joe's Stone Crabs. I'll drive. Tell Sarah, alright? Tell her. Yeah. No thanks, man. No, seriously, I don't want to go. But if you want to sell the tickets and go to Stone Crabs, I would love to do that. Well, you don't have to sell the tickets. We can go there anyway. You go. I'll tell you what. Find another couple. Take them to go play. Take them to go to the football game, and then just give me a call. You know, and we'll make plans to go to Joe's Snow Crabs. The seasons are open now. You know. You could go. Why don't you just go by yourself and then sell the other 2 tickets? You shouldn't have any problem finding people to go with you. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for the invitation, man. I appreciate it, and you know, keep in touch. It's been a while. It's been a minute, you know. All right, man. All right, bye. Hi, Sandra. Buenos dias.
Speak Italian. Speak Italian. Speak Italian. ¿De más?
Dale, pues. Alright, cool. Awesome.
No.
No, that's it. That's all it goes.
No llega, papi.
If you want to get the screw.
No problem, no problem.
It should fit, no? It should fit.
¿Qué?
Ahora me vino cuál de los baños, Ralph. El de Dania.
Son los nervios. No tenga nervios, no tenga nervios.
¿Y quieres ir al baño?
No, olvídalo, hermano, ya no va.
¿Quieres ir a pipí?
No.
Ah. No jodas.
Sir,
Yeah.
excuse me, you close to this window.
Yeah, sure. I'll close the window. Sure.
Thank you, eh?
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Yo hoy estoy contento, lo hablo. Cuando estoy bravo o no.
You used to drive in New York too?
No,
So much over there, huh?
no, I was, no, everybody where I was growing up, we didn't drive because you just take the subway and, you know, when you live in the city, not that many people drive. Plus you got your license late. In New York, you didn't get your license till I think you were 21. So yeah, I didn't drive in New York. I didn't start driving until I was 27, I think, 26, 27.
Dale, italiana ma che non capisci, italiana ma che...
No, también. Especialmente el fin de semana, tío. Y la temporada de crucero.
sorry, you said something to me?
Yeah.
Say it again?
The last run for the day or what?
No. I got 3 more jobs. I got a 2 o'clock pickup. I got a 4 o'clock pickup. I got a 6. I do 8 to 10 jobs a day.
Oh,
I'm only halfway done with my day.
Okay, for the cruise ship you mean?
Yes.
That's it,
Oh,
right?
I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. You're the last drop off, right?
Yeah.
I did 2 pickups, and I did 1 drop off already, and you're my second drop off. Yeah, I do. I usually do 2 in, 2 out. I mean 2 out, 2 in. Yeah. I go to Miami Airport, I go to Miami Airport, Fort Lauderdale Airport, and then I go to Port Miami and Port Everglades, which is the cruise ships in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And now that Disney's in Fort Lauderdale, a lot of people fly into Miami to go to Fort Lauderdale. You never used to pick people up at Miami Airport and bring them to Port Everglades, but now because Disney, now all the South Americans and all the people that want to take their kids on a Disney cruise that can't fly into Fort Lauderdale because their airline doesn't go to Fort Lauderdale, then they're flying into mostly South Americans. They're flying into Miami, which is they have no choice. They have to, like on Latam or something, and then I take them to Port Everglades. Yeah, that's new. That only started. That started last year. Literally at Thanksgiving time last year is when Disney opened up in Fort Lauderdale. So it's been a year. And this past year, it's a new run, Miami Airport to Port Everglades. So I do that a couple of times a week. That is popular as Fort Lauderdale to Miami. That's the most popular. That's the most popular run, Fort Lauderdale Airport to Miami. I do that like 5-6 times a day.
So you said it's because the train takes it from the Disney down to Miami? That's what you said?
I didn't say nothing about the train. No.
The Disney train?
I said. The Disney cruise ships always have been in Miami, but Thanksgiving last year they closed up in Miami, and now they built a new terminal in Fort Lauderdale.
Understood that.
Yeah, so the Disney Dream and the Disney Magic is the port of call. The home port used to be Miami, and now it's Fort Lauderdale. So now I take a lot of people that are flying into Miami Airport to Fort Lauderdale. Well, before that was never happening. You flew into Miami to go to Miami Port, and then if you flew into, and then if you were going to Fort Lauderdale Port, you'd fly into Fort Lauderdale. But because Disney is, kids, people from all over the world now are flying into Miami because their airline is not in Fort Lauderdale, so they have to fly into Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, most likely they go from international to land in Miami. So
yeah, I mean, I think Miami Airport has every airline in the world. Yeah, I think. I tell people that because I think it does. There's still 25 airlines there that I've never even been to, and I've been doing this 8 years. So I know that if there's that many obscure airlines in Miami that I've never picked up and dropped off from, then they must have every airline in the world there going in and out of there. Where they only have 10, maybe 10 or 15 out of Fort Lauderdale.
yeah, well, Miami is one of the biggest airports in the country.
Yeah.
A lot of people come they come down here like this. If they're New York, they come to Miami, and they go like to South America, Central America. That's that scale.
Yeah. And speaking of Miami or Fort Lauderdale, you can't catch a Norwegian ship in Fort Lauderdale. So if you want to go Norwegian, you have to go out of Miami. Yeah, some cruise lines do both, but some don't. Like Carnival is only Miami too, which is weird. Carnival's not Fort Lauderdale.
The one we're going to enjoy is supposed to be a newer boat. That hasn't been out in a while.
So, say that again.
The Norwegian Joy is supposed to be like a newer cruise ship.
A newer?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know which ones are new.
Yeah. There's so many freaking names.
But I do know that when there's 2 Norwegian ships there, the better and the newest ship goes to their new terminal, which is Terminal B, which is where I'm dropping you off. That terminal is only 2-3 years old. The terminal is as big as the cruise ship. It's an amazing construction project. It's only been open for a year or 2. But sometimes there's 2 Norwegian ships in Miami, and then the older, less expensive Norwegian ship goes on one of the Miami-Dade terminals, which is an older terminal that they probably redid in the 80s, which is not a very desirable terminal compared to the ones that the cruise lines are building. So Norwegian built that terminal, and all their new Norwegian ships go there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but if there's 2 ships in Miami, the better of the 2 goes to the new terminal. And I'm not sure how many. I saw there was like 5 ships there today. I think there's only 1 Norwegian there, because I think C was MSC. So when there's 2 Norwegians, the second Norwegian goes to Terminal C. But today there's an MSC ship next to yours, so that's why I don't think there's another Norwegian. So there's only 1 Norwegian, and you're at the Norwegian terminal, which is, if you're gonna come, especially if you're traveling to South Florida to go to Norwegian, you definitely would want to go on their new terminal. So I feel bad for the people that fly into Miami and then they're on a Norwegian ship, but they're at the old Miami-Dade terminal, because there was 2 ships there that day, and they took they're on the smaller one or the cheaper one. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that today.
Right. Yeah, like this tunnel that they did over there.
Yeah, we're gonna go through the tunnel. Yeah.
I remember I used to go back around to Bayside like that. You had to cross over and bridge.
Sometimes I still do that. Like if I'm early, we're not allowed to hang out at the port. So if I'm early, I'll go to Bayside and then I'll take the bridge. But if I'm not early and I need to get there and pick somebody up, then I'll take the tunnel. So I do both. If I'm early, I hang out in Bayside until I'm ready to go on the island. Then I'll go over the bridge. But if I'm on the highway getting there, I'll take the tunnel. Or if I'm on US 1, coming US 1 north or south, it's easier to jump. There's a little entranceway right there next to the Frost Museum. There's an entranceway to get on 395 East to get to the tunnel too. So even if you're on Biscayne Boulevard, you could still take the tunnel now. They made a nice little entranceway to the highway there, which is pretty new.
Impressive how they dug a freaking tunnel under all that water, huh?
Yeah, man. Did you see that giant bridge they're building in downtown Miami with the big loops?
I haven't been there forever, man.
Well, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it. You're gonna drive past it. It's got you can Google it what it's called, but it's pretty much a giant construction project of all these concrete blocks the size of the van. And these blocks all assemble each other to make giant arches. And I think it's going to be 6 or 8 arches, all like that. And then there's going to be a public space with a park with like fake grass and fountains for the kids right in the middle of that. And then above that, there's going to be the 395 is going to go right through it. And we're going to see it. It's a major project. I mean, it's probably...
They already started this.
What's that?
They started the project.
Yeah, I think I would say they're almost halfway done.
Okay.
I've been seeing them build it for a couple of years now. But because I looked into it on YouTube to see what it is, it looks like there was going to be 6 arches. I think they only did 1 or 2 arches, so they're probably almost halfway done. I say when the 3rd arch is done, they're halfway done. But you'll see it. We're going to drive right past it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, big money coming into.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Unbelievable. The renovation they did down there, and all the Overtown, and all the they call it, what is it called? But they call it regenification or whatever they call it, where they take the slums and they knock them down and they build high-end housing and rentals and stuff and all that. That's what's going on down there. Yeah.
Yeah, all those little houses that cost nothing. Now that the people they don't want to sell it, they're making some big money.
Are you from Miami?
I am from Miami.
Well, then you remember when like Trick Daddy was popular?
Yeah.
Well, when he lived down there, right?
Uh-huh.
Can you imagine when he was popular? It was dangerous down there.
Yeah.
Remember, if you were driving down, there was a thing going on that they were telling tourists. I remember because I've been here since the '90s, so I might not have grew up here, but I've been here a long time. And I remember them telling you that if you were going to American Airlines Arena and you were in downtown Miami, to not stop at the light because kids would come up to the door and try to open the door and if you had a purse or something, they were just going to grab it and run. And all those kids lived in that neighborhood. So they were just hanging out on a Friday night, like kids do, looking to hustle and try to make some money. And they would do anything to steal it. I don't even think there were cell phones back then, but I remember that day. And those days is when Luke Skywalker was popular and when Trick Daddy became on the scene. And those days are over. I mean, now you look at it,
Uncle Luke?
Yeah, Uncle Luke. That is
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, Uncle Luke, right, Uncle Luke. Yeah, back then, the lady's looking to her right, and she almost smashed it. She's looking that way, and she almost smashed into me. So yeah, back then, if you would have bought some of those raggedy old houses that he grew up in, because I think he's from Miami, or he moved to Miami when he was young, and those projects that he lived in and stuff, they're all gone. But if you would have bought property back then, yeah, it would have been worth a fortune today.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. A lot of people refused to sell the properties and they held on to it, and then they start offering them big money,
Yeah.
because all that money.
Yeah, every now and then you'll see a small little house. I think there's one, I forgot the name of I think there's a hotel called Yotel, Y-O-T-E-L. I forgot the name of what street it's on, but right next to it is an old house, and then next to that, it's like an Austin Martin building or something really amazing. I think it's an Austin Martin building, and the Austin Martin building built over the house, so they bought the sky rights, I was told, of the house. So that means that person that sells that house now can't sell it to a developer, because when you own a house, you don't necessarily own the air rights to the house. That's the city, and because that guy didn't want to play ball, and the city told him, you need to sell to Austin Martin, and that old man said, no, I ain't selling at my house. So in a way, it backfired on him, because now a developer can't buy it, because if you go in his house and you go out to his driveway and look up, it's a concrete wall up on like maybe 30 feet above his ceiling, 30 feet above his roof. There's a concrete wall, and now
next to the other side of a building or something like that.
Well, no, like there's a building here, his house is here, and then that building here goes like this.
That's what I'm saying. It has
He built that. Austin Martin wanted to buy his house. He wouldn't sell it. So Austin Martin, the city told him, we're going to sell your air rights because we own the air rights. And if you don't sell it to him, nobody's ever going to buy your house except another homeowner, because you can't build up. So if somebody what's going to happen is somebody's going to wind up buying his house. They're going to either make a parking lot there, which they probably will one day, a parking lot, and the guy can sell, a public parking, put some meters there or something, or somebody will build a house, or maybe some public storage, or maybe a commercial building, but it can't be a tall building. So, yeah, it's crazy, right? Yeah.
That guy said, "Oh, you don't want to sell the house? I'm gonna hire an architect."
And I wonder
I
wonder if he even understood what the consequences was, because the air rights is the most important thing down there. Matter of fact, I learned this a little bit from being in New York. If you buy a condo, let's say, right, and you have say you buy a condo and you have a beautiful view of Biscayne Bay, right? But when you look down your balcony, there's a 7-Eleven there. But you don't care. You got this unbelievable view of the bay. You can even see the cruise ships from the corner. But guess what? If that condo didn't buy the air rights to the 7-Eleven, then one day somebody could build a building right in front of your balcony. And that's a thing that these developers kind of connive with each other, and they say, you build your building first, you're going to get a lot of money for those condos because you got the bay view, and then I'll build my building after you build your building. And those people that don't know any better, sometimes within 10 years of buying the building, another building gets put up, and then the value of your condo goes all the way down because you don't have a view anymore. Isn't that terrible? Yeah.
That's insane. I never even thought about the air rights.
Yeah, air rights I think New York started it.
New York, yeah.
You know why New York started it? Because of Central Park. That's why. Because people were putting up buildings in Midtown with beautiful views of Central Park, and then another building would go up and you would lose your view. So, and when you lose your view, you lose the value of your apartment, right? And then what do you want to do? You feel like you got to sue somebody. and then you try to sue that person, and that person says, I don't have liability because you didn't have that condo, that developer did not have the air rights to your unit. So these days, when the real estate agent sells you that unit, one of the pluses and the savvy buyer says, do you have the air rights to my view looking that way to the East River? And if they, and then that developer, that realtor will say, well, we have this air right, we have this air right, but we don't have that air right. But that company, that building has a 100-year lease that they'll never break. And that realtor tries to negotiate with the seller and say, hey man, you're good. Your view is going to be here for 100 years. And that's what goes on in New York when it comes to the value of, a one bedroom apartment could be like $5 million, only because of the view. Yeah.
Right.
It's very interesting.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So they're building a double-decker highway. I'll show you what's going on. See that? There's going to be another highway on top of that. So they're going to have two highways going like this from the airport. So the Miami airport's that way. If you look at the cranes and you look at those giant concrete stands, right? There's going to be another highway on top of it. So we're going to have like a double-decker highway coming from Miami airport. See it? So that's one project right there. Now that double-decker highway goes through that giant bridge that they built, and underneath that double-decker highway is going to be the park. So as you look to the left, you're going to see all that construction right now.
To my left, okay. And this is where they're gonna build a park, you saying?
No, this is going to be a double street right here, just like the street I'm on. This is going to be 2 lanes.
Oh,
So this is the part of the highway that's going to merge in with this. But you see the arch over there? There's going to be 6 arches. So just as we pass it, look to the left and look at the construction. Those guys should be working today. They work every day but Sunday.
Those are the arches. Wow.
So, what's your name? I forgot.
My name is Nick.
Nick?
Yeah.
And your last name?
My last name is Schiano.
That's what I figured out that you're Italian.
I'm American, but my grandparents are from Italy, but my father and mother are from New York. So I'm a New Yorker before I'm an
He's
Italian.
more American than Italian. Already.
Yeah, I'm American. Yeah, I'm American. I'm a New Yorker.
Yeah.
So check out this project here. Check this project out. You'll see the guys building right now. Watch.
Well, that's crazy, man.
Look at this. Look down there too. It is crazy. I've been watching them build it, so I'm so impressed. I'm so proud. I'm so proud that they're able to even do it. Look at this. This is where they're all joined together. Look on the left. This giant piece of concrete is where all the other arches are going to be joined in. You see? Underneath that is going to be a beautiful park and a public space for the tourists and for people that live here. Yeah, pretty amazing. Yeah.
I tell you, man. I grew up here, and the developments that happened the last 20 years is very impressive.
Yeah, man.
Very impressive.
Yeah, I'm very proud to live here because of the progress. You know what I mean? Fort Lauderdale too. I mean, both airports are under construction right now. I mean, Spirit's building. There's the ships on the right. Your ship is the second one in. So that's why I said there was an MSC. See, so you'll see a giant thing like this. That's going to be the terminal. Your ship is in front of it. So the bigger, yours is the smaller one in the middle. So the bigger one is, the first one is the biggest ship in the world. You guys know what it is?
Princess?
No, the first ship is the biggest ship in the world.
Which one is that one?
Icon of the Seas. That's the first one. Yours is the second one. And then MSC is the third one. Then we got Carnival and Virgin.
Ours is the middle one.
Yours was the smaller middle one, yeah. Yours is the,
We're in a small cruise ship.
I wouldn't say it's small, but compared to the biggest ship in the world, I mean, it's next to the biggest ship in the world. In comparison, it's small, but when we pull up to it, you're gonna say, "Mamma mia!" Yeah,
Mamma mia!
"Mamma mia!" Or you're gonna say, "Grande, bella, grande."
Yeah, he's more like Mamma Mia.
Mamma mia.
He's more like the Mamma Mia guy, you know?
Yeah.
What part of New York you grew up? Bro?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Where's
that's where J-Lo's from.
J-Lo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
The Bronx is Puerto Rican. Are you Puerto Rican?
Now it is. Back in the days, it was all Italian.
No. Well, yeah, way back. I mean, not when I was growing up. Ever since I was growing up there, it's been Puerto Rican. But when my father was growing up in New York, you're right, it was Italian. But not my generation. In my father's generation, it was Italian. But in my generation, the Bronx has always been Puerto Rican.
I like New York. It's different than here.
Well, if you lived there for 5 years and lived here for 5 years, I say you take Miami. I think you would take Miami.
Yeah.
People that love New York never lived there. If you had to live there and work there and earn a living and have a life there, you'd miss Miami because you know what Miami's like. If you didn't know Miami, you'd be okay in New York, like I was okay. But once you experience living down here, you would never want to go back. Like I would never go back. I go back sometimes to work. I drive there sometimes. Sometimes I drive there.
I lived in New York 11 years.
And you hated it, right? No?
It was fine.
You know why? Because you didn't know any better. That's why it was fine. You didn't know any better. Would you want to go back? Would you want to go live in New York now? I didn't think so. Either would I. Either would I. Okay, so look to the left. Look at the giant circle terminal. That's your terminal. That terminal is the same size as the ship. When they built that terminal, they measured the ship and they said, we're going to make the terminal the same size as the ship. So look at the back of this ship. That's the biggest ship in the world right here.
K-band.
That's the icon of the seas.
Yeah,
10,000 people on that ship.
Royal Caribbean. That's Royal Caribbean.
That's Royal Caribbean icon of the seas. And look how beautiful your terminal is. All glass. This is new. This is only like 2 years old, this terminal.
Very nice.
Yeah. So listen, I don't want to interrupt you, but start getting your camera out. You see how all the vans have phone numbers on the side? If you want a shuttle to take you, you're gonna have to take some pictures. You'll see.
Oh yeah, so get some phone numbers.
Every Miami van, if it doesn't have a phone number, it's a Fort Lauderdale van. My van's a Miami van. My van's both. So you'll see some vans come in with their phone numbers on them, or if you want to walk over here, I would say take a couple of pictures of the back of the van and then call them and ask them if they will take you back. Yeah.
All right.
You're welcome. All right, so I'm gonna, you see this guy with the hat right here?
Yeah.
Either him or if there's a guy over here, we gotta point him out to you. So this guy, he might only do big buses. This is number, right? But he probably only does big buses because I'm not familiar with that company. Oh yeah, there he is. That guy over there with the hat on. That's your porter. See him over there? So you're just gonna wheel your luggage over to him. They're not gonna come get your luggage. You're gonna have to just wheel it over to him.
I appreciate you, man.
You're welcome, man. You're
Some
welcome.
good information.
Yeah.
Like this guy.
Dale $1,000.
I used to do this. Like,
All right, just take your time and just be careful you don't hit your head on the way out.
there you go, boss. Thank you very much.
So I'll meet everybody back behind the trailer, okay?
¿Te quieres solo un momento?
Sí, señor. Sí,
Señor.
He's independent, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take this.
Sí.